Ngiyabonga ngesibonela ingelosi iyangiphisa yena uyangithanda kuvuka imizwa ingiyale uyangithanda yena uyangithanda uyangithanda yabona uyisithando sami ungubamba lwami usofa silahlane yabona wena uyisithando sami ungubamba lwami usofa silahlane yabona wena uyisithando sami ungubamba lwami usofa silahlane yabona wena uyisithando sami ungubamba lwami usofa silahlane inhliziyo yami imicabango yami uyayihola hayi wena sithandwa nguwe wedwa lavi wena usisi inhliziyo yami imicabango yami uyayihola hayi wena sithandwa
Shishwe nefiarelanda noma ngale imba nyimbo ele mfwikomo
yena uyangithanda kuvuka imizwa ingiyale uyangithanda
nefiarelanda shishive
yena uyangithanda
batfile umfwika
uyangithanda.
Let's go.
Yabona uyisithando sami ungubamba lwami usofa silahlane.
I love South African music. I love our music. That goes without saying, but there's something about that South African music. It gets into your soul. It permeates your spirit. Something happens to you on the inside when you listen to that South African music. I don't know what she's talking about. For all I care, she could be talking about how the sky is blue and the grass is green. But oh, honey, when they begin to sing and that South African beat begins to palpate, well, Buana, it's on another level. All right, enough of that. How are you guys? Are you guys okay? Are you fine? It's a beautiful, is it true? Because, you know, social media, you never know. You do. You never know. I just saw a post a few minutes ago. Apparently, it's snowing in Matero. Is that true? Somebody please tell me that I was just seeing things. Tell me in the comments below if you live in the Matero area and the information has somehow come across your desk Uti, it is snowing in Matero. Please tell us in the comments below so that we are also aware. All right. I'm being facetious. I'm being facetious, guys. I'm just messing around with you. No, it's an old picture. What? So it snowed at one time in Matero? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Because honestly, I had a good mind, and I know this sounds a bit overkill, but I had a very good mind to get in the car and just drive to Matero and see it for myself. And honestly, when I saw that picture, I said a little prayer under my breath. I said, Lord, we can't have snow here. Our people will die. Are you kidding? Snow? I tell you what, first time I felt snow, I'll never forget it. I walked out of the airport. It was in Louisville, Kentucky. It's the first time I'd experienced snow because, Louisiana doesn't really snow. I mean, it does sort of, but it's not. You don't get that heavy snow. Boy, I tell you, I walked out of the airport. The first time I felt the cold of the snow, it was like I walked out and someone was standing at the entrance with a baseball bat. And then they just hit me right smack in the middle of the head. I was thinking, Lord, it can't be this cold. Even the fridge is not this cold. So can you imagine if it began to snow here? Oh my goodness. There's a reason God designed it that way. God looked at us and said, you know what? I'm not going to bother you with that. Okay? You've got enough difficulties as it is already. I'm not going to heap snow on top of the challenges you already have. So I'm going to put a line through the snow instead of under it. Okay? And I'm going to add to that, I'm not going to give you any natural disasters. Okay? I'm not going to do earthquakes. We're not doing earthquakes because God knows, that would be an absolute mess if there were earthquakes here. We're not doing tornadoes. Okay? We're not going to do cyclones. Okay? The only thing you guys are going to have to deal with is corruption. Okay? So handle that. That's such a dry joke. It's not even funny. Goodness. All right. How are you guys? I wanted to bring something to you very quickly. First of all, quickly, let me just give you a shout out. There's someone here named, is this true? Are you guys serious? Is this a real name? Lenshina Mulenga Lumpa Lubusha. Lubusha, Lenshina. Those are your names? Are you serious? This is interesting to me. Yes, oh, Uncle Mwewa. Do you see water? Really? Really? Are you being serious? First of all, is that really your name? Because that's a very interesting name. If that's your name, that's an interesting name. For those of you that do not know, Lenshina was a very divisive sort of figure within the Zambian context, pre-independence and slightly post-independence. She was a religious leader. My mother used to go to Lenshina's church when she was a little girl. Yeah, so if that's your name, that's an interesting name. Really is. Okay. All right. Hey, Megan Fox, I see you. I see you, Megan Fox. Guys, thank you so much for being with me. Just very quickly. Oh, who's this? Tionge Chilongo. Just me a shout out to, hello, how are you? Chilongo. Bless you so much. And thank you for being with me. Guys, I'm not going to keep you long. I know it's a Tuesday morning. You guys are busy, but I wanted to throw something at you very, very quickly. And I wanted to teach you the difference between the words compression and comprehension. These are two words that have two completely different meanings, and they are pronounced completely different. They have different spellings. And as I said, they have different meanings. Let's begin with the word, and I'm going to throw it up here for you. Let's begin with the word compression. Boom, there it is. Compression. This is how you say it. This is how you spell it. Compression, the action of compressing, the reduction in volume of something, the reduction in mass, the reduction in size. When I say volume here, should it volume switch up, turn up the volume? No, not that volume. I'm not talking about audible volume. Okay, I'm speaking about mass, size. For instance, if you take a sponge, I know some people say sponge. You can say sponge if you want. I mean, that's perfectly acceptable. But for example, if you take a sponge and then you compress it, you reduce it in size. So for instance, you can say, I took the sponge and I compressed the sponge. I reduced the size of the sponge. I reduced the mass of the sponge. Compression. Very different, folks, from comprehension. Here it is. I'm going to throw it up here. Very different from comprehension. To comprehend means the ability to understand something. Now, it's different. It's interesting to me, and it's very important for us to point out that to understand and to hear are two different things. When I say I hear you or I can hear you, it means I'm able to hear the words that are coming out of your mouth. But when I say I can comprehend what you're saying, what I'm saying is I understand what you're saying. So when someone says they use the word comprehension, what they're saying is they have the ability to understand what you're talking about. You know, in Spanish, they say comprende. It comes from the word comprehend. To comprehend means the ability to understand something. So, it is incorrect to say, a few days ago, Pastor Jimmy said, and here's the thing, guys, this could easily be a typo. Okay? I mean, in all fairness, we've all been there. Goodness, God knows I've been there. I've typed stuff that I thought I was saying, and autocorrect wakes up and says, I'm gonna say something completely different, Mr. Mwewa. Now pressing a send card. You've already sent the button. You've already pressed the button, and the word has already gone out. So this could have easily been a typo. I mean, you know, Pastor Jimmy is a bright guy. You know, he's an intelligent guy. So it is incorrect to say, go to school and improve your compression. It is more accurate to say, go to school and improve your comprehension. Oh, that's correct. That'll work. Okay, so I hope you guys got that. I thought, you know what? The truth is, I had it on my heart to share that with you. Honestly, really. I woke up this morning and it was call it, you know, I felt led in my spirit to come up here and share this with you, because I know out there are so many naysayers. There's so many of you that say, "But where are you? Let us just meet in spellings. As long as you've understood what I've said." Guys, that is a call to mediocrity. Anytime you hear someone uses the phrase or the phraseology, "Let us just meet in spellings," That's a call to mediocrity. Don't be mediocre. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where some of you say, but well, why don't you teach Bemba? Why can't you teach our local languages? Well, here's the thing. I've often said, anyone that usually says that to me, I tell them, you know what? When you feel a prodding in your spirit to tell me what to teach, what that is that's actually a clarion call for you to do that. Okay? I mean, I speak Bemba. I speak my language, but I choose to teach you English. That's my choice. So far be it from you to sit there and say to me, but why are you teaching us English? Why can't you just teach us local languages? People that say that, I always tell them, whenever you feel that prompting in your spirit, that means you should do it. You should do it. Never sit back and say, no, but why don't you do this? Never sit back and tell another person, but why can't you pick up that paper on the road? That means you should do it. You do it. Trust me, when you begin to teach what you're passionate about, of course, I'm not suggesting that I'm not passionate about my language. I am. I love my language. I'm proud of my language. But I choose to teach this. It's my choice. So when you decide to teach what you want to teach, trust me, we're going to follow you. We're going to like. We're going to share. We're going to talk about you. We're going to talk about how you're providing a valuable service. It's been my experience. Most people that say things like that are just naysayers. They are. And guys, let me teach you something very, very valuable. Okay? I learned this lesson a long time ago. And it would do you very well to embrace this thought. And the thought is this. When someone teaches you something, don't push back. Don't be offended. You know, because my experience on Facebook is when someone says something wrong and I correct them, oh my goodness, many people get very angry. You think you are intelligent. That's the wrong response. What you're supposed to be saying is, you know what? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Thank you for teaching me that. If you've been following me, well, if you've been participating on this page for any number of years or months, you will recognize instantly that I often quote Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou once famously said, when you learn something, teach it. When you receive, give. So when someone teaches you something you didn't know, just say thank you. Just say, wow, you know what? I didn't know that. Thank you for that. Because what you see, when you begin to have that sort of spirit, you are teachable. You learn the lesson. You learn it in such a way that you recognize that it was wrong and you will not make the same mistake again. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's beautiful. I do. I think that's gorgeous. All right, I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Chitambala mwewa. I'll be coming for lessons on Komwewa. A typo out of anger, to be precise. Yeah. But hey guys, thank you so much for listening. I'm gonna leave you guys with this song.
Oh, nyegeni, mina ngifuna yena. Oh, ngifuna yena, ngidinga yena. Oh, ngifuna yena, ngidinga yena. Ngifuna yena.
I hope Dan said it.
Ngifuna yena. Mina ngidinga yena. Ngifuna yena. Ngidinga yena. Ngifuna yena. Ngidinga yena. Ngifuna yena.
Bye, guys. God bless.